These are the common stages that a narcissist usually takes a target through. The first stage is the profiling stage. The profiling stage is where a narcissist makes an assessment of the specific potential target in question. They look at the person and they try to assess vulnerabilities, entryways, doorways into that person's life. Welcome back, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel on your way in. If you've been with us for a while, I thank you as always for your endless support. In their minds, they're already looking at, say, the pain or the need that a potential target has. It could vary from anything to everything, really. Maybe someone is a new convert, and the church narcissist or the religious narcissist, also known as the greater narcissist, will position himself or herself as a mentor to this new convert in order to gain for himself a recruit in church. And so in the name of mentorship, in the name of discipleship, they will actually further their own agenda with this specific target in question. It could be anything else. It could be a loss. Maybe you're grieving a loss and you're in pain. Because that narcissists thrive on pain and suffering, that is when they swoop in and they come in to save the day in quotes. But in that saving the day in quotes, they actually have their own agenda. They come to, in the name of solving the pain, feed off of that pain. And you will realize that narcissists never really solve the pain of any victim. They circumnavigate, they find ways to maintain that pain, that suffering, for as long as possible, because that is what they feed off of. A narcissist is a very broken, is a very dangerous, is a very demonic person. And you're dealing with an entity that is very dangerous. And it's not out for your good, it's out for your detriment. So anytime a narcissist is actually profiling someone, they'll be looking at you. Maybe it's a job you're looking at, and the boss knows that you really need that job. Because of your desperate need or desperate circumstances and situation, they'll be able to mark you as a very worthwhile target for their narcissistic supply. Secondly, they love bomb you. Love bombing is the second stage after profiling. So love bombing is that stage at which they come and they present a picture that wins you over to them. Say you're in a problem, they come to save you. 50 Cent is a rapper. For the older generation, maybe you might not know who 50 Cent is. 50 Cent is a rapper, he's a hip-hop rapper. Of course, I don't subscribe to his music and all, but I've been listening to a few of his clips randomly once in a while, and there's a time he said something very interesting. He said that when it comes to people, usually they'll not help you. People will not be helpful to you usually. And if you find someone who really wants to help you, then you're in for a very special occasion. I've been hearing wise people, experienced people just talking about applications of how this happens. This is the love bombing phase. If it's a romance, they future fake. They promise you all these things. They tell you all these sweet things. They give. And then after you have converted, after you have bought into their lies, after you have bought into their shenanigans, the third phase begins. They start to devalue you. Devaluation is the third phase. This is when they start chipping off of your character, chipping off of your self-esteem. Of course, by this time, the love bombing has already done quite a number on you. You're very sold into them. You're a believer. And this is part of the reason why it takes a very long time to break free from a narcissist, because you have to get over the initial impression that they had created in you, because you'll have to go through a phase of confusion. Am I the one who is wrong? Am I the one who is seeing my own things? etc, etc. That's why it takes months, sometimes years, to break off of a narcissist. They devalue you by the things that they say, by the things that they do, and they make you question your worth at every turn. Depending on the situation, as long as the narcissist in your life is making you question your worth in one way or another, they are devaluing you. The next stage is the discard, also known as the narcissistic discard. The discard is when the narcissist finally is done with you. Either you've discovered that this is not actually what you signed up for, or maybe they've done such a number on you that you're totally destroyed. You cannot offer them any more supply, any more comfort. You have nothing else to give them that will satisfy them. Therefore, they throw you away like a piece of trash. The discard is a very terrible phase. And these stages I'm mentioning happen to anyone and everyone who is involved with a narcissist. This person, say, married you. You are the best thing in their life. And then, all of a sudden, you're nothing to them. Or all of a sudden, you're the worst thing that has ever walked on the earth. Or if they are a covert narcissist, you're not even anything. They start treating you as if you're dead. It's like you don't even exist in the house. You live with someone in the house who's not even talking to you. Anyway, by the time the discard is coming, they have already devalued you terribly. After the discard, there's the hoovering stage, which is the narcissistic hoover. This is when, after they have discarded you, they come back after some time, trying to glean on some supply. Maybe you're restoring yourself and healing in one way or another, and you're not as useless as when they threw you off. So they think to themselves, you know what, now I can get some more supply from you again before I devalue you and discard you again. And so they come back, play the same tricks, love bomb you, tell you the things you need to hear, solve the situations you need, so offer a solution to a need that they know you have, or by holding on to something that you really value, and you find that maybe it's the only way for you to get it again. You find yourself getting hoovered back into the narcissistic dynamic. So the hoovering stage is also a classic with narcissists and their targets. They profile you, then they love bomb you, then they devalue you, then they discard you, then they hoover you. And by the time this process is going on and is done, you will either be changed or destroyed. I hope this information gets you to remove kinds of the fog that is very overwhelming when you first awaken to narcissistic abuse, or the reality that you are involved in a narcissistic dynamic. Be strong, you will be well.